If you want to see a significant jump in the number of views, subscribers, and followers that you get for the content that you produce, you need to start doing this one thing, okay? Stop producing how-to content and replace that with how-I content, okay? This is a concept that I first heard from Alex Hormozy, and I don't know if that was his original idea and it's something that he had learned from somewhere else, but that's the first time that I heard it. And when I went back and looked at my content, I saw that this held true in so many different instances, okay? And I think I did, to a certain extent, realize this for myself, while producing all the content that I do produce. I did go back and look at my videos, and a lot of times the ones that tend to perform, better, right? Like the ones that tend to be the outliers and all that are the ones that, are the ones that have me, right, as the person, I guess using my experience, right? Using my experience to demonstrate something or to show how something is done, right? Those are the ones that tended to do a lot better, as opposed to if I was just giving generic information about whatever given topic, okay? So whatever it is that you do, whatever passion it is that you have, whatever expertise that it is that you have, if you want to share that and get more traction with the content that you produce, always relate it back to yourself and stuff that you have actually done, okay? Ever since, now that I'm more aware of this, right? Like going forward, one of the things that I'm looking to start doing is to actually, everywhere it's possible, everywhere it's applicable, I want to start trying to create content, sharing stuff that I've actually done, okay? Like if I'm doing, like if there's a how-to, like if I'm trying to show how to do this or trying to show how to do that, if it's something that I've actually done, I would like to present it more. In fact, I'm going to start trying to present more, showing how I did it, how I accomplished it. And I know this works even, firsthand, like even, as a consumer, right? Let's just say as a consumer of content, when I go looking for stuff on, on the internet, whether it's for, how to do something or a tutorial or whatever the case may be, right? Generally speaking, and this is subconscious, right? It's not a conscious thing, right? When I go looking, and I'm sure it's the same with you, like if you think about it, when you go looking for how to do stuff, you tend to want to click and listen to the people who have actually done the thing that you are trying to understand or trying to learn, versus somebody that puts out like some generic how-to information, generic content where you can tell clearly this is not the case. Like I remember, for instance, I like one of the things that I'm really heavily focused on for 2025 is the selling, the creating, or not even creative. It doesn't even have to be creating, but basically selling digital products, right? Whether I create them myself or I'm, promoting somebody else's as an affiliate. I remember when I was learning or, still getting started trying to figure out stuff with ClickBank, every time I went on YouTube looking for how to generate sales with ClickBank or what to look for and all these type things, I always gravitated towards those individuals that had proven to me that they know what they're talking about by actually having done that thing that I was trying to figure out, right? And one of the things that used to frustrate me and annoy me the most, right, is, these videos that I'll come across of people just sharing generic, regular information, which, you can tell for one that they had, at least I was experienced enough at the time to know that these people sharing this information, or sharing whatever it was they were sharing, had no clue what they were talking about, right? They had just simply gone and they were just basically regurgitating information that they had picked up from somewhere else, and were trying to share it and display it as something, as present themselves as an expert, right? I would personally be a lot more forgiving, right, when I come across that type of content and the person is outright open and honest about the fact that, okay, maybe they haven't necessarily done this themselves, and they are just basically sharing something that they've learned, right? At least that's one of the things that I like to try. That's one of the things that I typically try to do, right? If I'm sharing content or sharing anything, whatever it is, like especially when it's a how-to thing, if I haven't done it myself, I would tend to like try to disclose that as kind of, you know, full disclosure, right? So that whoever is watching, whoever is listening can, for lack of a better way to phrase it, take the information that I'm giving them with a grain of salt, okay? As opposed to, you know, when you've actually done the stuff yourself, there's no doubt, right? Now it just gives you instant credibility, instant instant authority. People will stick around longer on your videos to listen and learn whatever it is that they're trying to learn, because they're learning from somebody that, you know, has actually gone through the grinder, has actually gone through someone that's actually in the trenches, right? So that's just one thing, that's just one thing that, like I think it's good enough information that I felt the need to create a video on it and share that. You know, and we're all here on the journey trying to grow our YouTube channels and all that type of stuff. You can see even with the titles, right? Like even, you know, for instance, okay, like if you're watching this, there's a good chance that maybe you're interested in growing a YouTube channel and all that type of stuff. We've all seen the videos about, like, you know, the videos of how to get your first 1,000 subscribers, right? Or how to get 4,000 watch hours, you know, so that you can get or how to get monetized with the YouTube partner program, all that type of stuff. All that stuff just tends to be blah, blah, generic, at least in my eyes anyway, right? I am much more likely to watch a video or click on someone's video that actually specifies that, you know, that says how I generated for, you know, how I, you know, got 1,000 subscribers in X number of days. You know, when you add that, you know, when you add that time frame, that element of time frame, you know, that time frame, that also tends to really help, right? And I've seen this even with the videos that I create. It's just every time I'm talking about something that I did, views tend to be a little bit higher. And this is actually the reason why, if you've been on my channel for a little bit, this is the reason why now when I create a lot of stuff, I kind of try to do it publicly in a sense. So, for example, right now I'm in the process of trying to generate sales on, you know, through with ClickBank, right? Using a particular case study and all that. I'm doing it because the way I'm doing it that way, because not only am I in a sense showing how to do some stuff, right, but I'm actually doing it myself, and I'm fully transparent about the fact that, okay, maybe this might not be something in particular that I've actually done, but I'm actually trying to do it, and I'm doing it openly, and I'm putting myself out there and being vulnerable. You know, when I say vulnerable, I'm looking at the fact that I may end up with egg on my face because with this thing that I'm doing might not work out, right? I don't necessarily say that, you know, that I'm a guru, I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to get all these sales. I don't know that it's going to work out. I have a feeling that it's going to work out, but I'm not sure, right? So I put that out there, and what that does, you know, people who are stuck on, you know, there's a little story element there. And there's also like the cliffhanger element there, like with these episodes, when you watch the episodes of a series, right? At the end of each episode, they leave you on a cliffhanger with something that keeps you coming back to see what happens next. That's essentially what I'm doing here. I'm essentially documenting myself going through the process of trying to generate sales over a certain time frame, doing, you know, using a particular method and all that. And whether or not it works out, I'm not necessarily sure, but that's the nature of the case study. So you do that, people are inclined to look at that and want to subscribe to see how it turns out, to see if what you're doing actually works. And if it works, then they know that they know that you know what you're talking about, and then they're going to be more inclined to actually want to keep following to see what you do, because you've proven that you kind of know what you're talking about in a sense. And then at the end of that all, if it does work out, now all of a sudden I have not only people following me because they want to see how I did or how it ends up going, I can create a video now showing the expertise that, okay, this is what I did, right? Like I did this over this time span and these are the results I got. This is how I did that. Especially if I generate sales, I'll be like, how I generated sales promoting this product on ClickBank in this particular way over this particular time period, right? And then all of a sudden now I have a how I video, right? As opposed to a how to video. I can present the same information, but if it's just how to, well, not, I can present the same information, but in different ways, right? If it's just how to, generic, boring, no, like, you know, do this, do that, do this, do that, but no results, no proof, no, you know, it's just bland, right? As opposed to me sharing how I did it, right? How I got these results. Okay, and how you could possibly too, right? If you follow the same steps that I followed, right? So hopefully that is something that you find valuable. Go out there and try it yourself, right? Go out there and try it yourself. And if you don't have any information, if you don't have anything that you've actually done yourself, you know, the whole imposter syndrome and all that, go out there and try to do something and document yourself doing it and showing how you're going through the process, right? Go out there, do something, and then share it. Or if you don't want to document yourself going through the process, go out there, do something, try it, see how it goes, and if you get some results, and then come back and create a video showing how you actually did it, right? So anyway, hopefully that helps. Speaking of digital products, if you are interested in learning how to create your own digital products and selling them, or selling other people's digital products as an affiliate, whereby you don't have to go through the hassle of creating your own, check out the first link in the description below this video. It will teach you how to do exactly just that. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them in the comment section below. I will be sure to answer. All right. Thank you, and I'll catch you in my next one. Ciao.